sir.
Go by the name of One, two.
Yes, indeed.
We out here, man. Welcome to the Unscripted show, man.
1, 2.
And let me correct myself. The Unscripted show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll be one half of your host. I go by the name of Tuo Clark.
How you say it? Because I know a lot of people ask that question. I've been out with you a few times and people ask, how do they say your name?
Well, I say, just call me Tu.
Tu, bet.
But they
bet.
say it says Tuo Clark.
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, you're right.
So you don't bother.
Pick and choose your poison, you know what I'm saying? Tuo Clark, Tu. It's cool.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I go by the name of Tuo Clark.
One half of the host with the most. This is the Unscripted show. I'm official Steve Terrell, man. I'm excited. I'm glad to be here. I want to thank you. I want to thank Broadway for this, man. We've been talking about this for a while.
Right.
The journey started some time ago.
Right.
What was while we're here, it's the first one, what was the idea behind Unscripted from the jump before we even got to where we at now?
Well, for me, Unscripted from the jump was just like your everyday life. I think when you look on socials, you look on everything, and everything is like properly planned and scripted certain ways. But the most beautiful things are unscripted. You know what I mean? So it's just like if me and you having a conversation, you may say something that interests me or sparks me, and I may be like, yo, man, that's dope.
Right.
And I might go on a tangent of just seeing all kind of different things and maybe like, damn, man, you know what? That's
in the
real.
mix.
It's all unscripted. We're not looking at anything. It's not played out. It's not planned. It's unscripted.
Right.
So it's like, yo, man, this is the unscripted show, man. You come on this show, ain't no telling what you go get.
Man,
baby.
it's gonna be
Everything's
raw.
Totally unscripted, man. So that's why we here, man.
Yes, sir. It's going to be uncut. And it's a beautiful feeling to be here, man. Shout out to Dash. Shout out to DJ Ski. Shout out to Jen.
Yeah.
They've been helping us along the way.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. So let's just get into your background a little bit, man, so that the listeners know exactly who you are. What's popping, man?
Wow, man. My background, we gonna do this real fast. I be from the best city in the nation.
Uh-oh.
What's the best city in the nation? I wish I could have like background music playing, man. Like when Jordan came out like in 95 and 96 and now starting life. Yeah, that's
Started
what
lineup.
it is, you know what I'm saying? So I come from the best city, and the best city is Chicago, Harvey. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from, man. Been out here, you know what I'm saying, for what is 9 years. Shout out to my partner Coast, one half of the Internz, man. Got here, started, got that cracking, man. Production credits, under the wazoo. Don't even want to talk about it. We ain't even got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? They got this thing called Google where you like rap.
2-button click.
Go look at that. So was able to get an opportunity to do some consulting for Def Jam, and you know what I'm saying, when that term was over, SVP, you know what I'm saying, for Def Jam, and you can rap tat
all
we
that.
gotta talk about that.
You can verify that, yeah.
But that's what it is, man.
Facts.
So professionally in the music business has success, man. Changed my whole life around, man. Shout out to God, you know what I'm saying, and his son Jesus.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the universe.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. What about yourself, man?
Man, I'm from Washington, D.C., Chocolate City, man. Y'all know what it is, Drama City.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off. There's some beautiful women in Washington.
Yes,
man.
yes,
I'm talking about
yes.
beautiful, and they successful too.
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying? Like, shout out to Washington women. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to DC, man.
I love you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all here.
And y'all got some money, and y'all got things going on for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I love the city, man. So, Washington, D.C., born and raised, man. I joined the military when I was 18, and I did that because it was nothing else in my city that I could really gain or to move me forward, man. And the goal ultimately was to always get into the industry, the entertainment industry, in some way, shape, or form. So coming to Los Angeles about 5 years ago, I did the school route. I retired from the Army, and it's just been building one foot in front of the other, moving forward. We linked up on something completely opposite from this, and somehow our journeys led to this, man. So that right there in itself is unscripted, man. That's raw, it's organic, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here in LA, and I'm ready, man. We building this show, gonna be crazy. Everybody listening right now, y'all need to know what to expect. We not playing. It's unscripted. There's no script. Like there's no guidelines for this, man. It's gonna be raw, real, straight to the point, man. So like I said, I'm proud. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm excited to keep things going.
See, man, that's what I like to hear. My man to the left of me go by the name of.
That's Broadway, baby. And I'm real happy to be here, man, to just experience what I have experienced, man. I'm from Harlem, New York, So I was able to see hip hop born outside of my window. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Really at its purest form, all the original elements, all the original players, and I was able to just see it grow from just being an idea or something to do out of the fact that there were no jobs,
right.
There were no activities after school. You know, it was just like, yo, I'm gonna go outside and spin on this cardboard. I'm gonna play these records. I'm gonna write these rhymes in this book, and I'm gonna spray this paint on the walls. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop.
I just cultivated everything I had in my bedroom and just took it out to the world. You know, and
Dope.
I was able to make a living off of it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to all the pioneers and anyone who has contributed to that, because they should be respected first and foremost.
Right.
Because a lot of us are just, you know, gainfully employed from an idea that just started from out of a means. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And that's what hip hop is. You know.
Dope, man. I love it.
Dope. So we definitely gonna get into this show, man. Just had to, you know, get into this, man. Broadway, go ahead and take us away, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Tell me what you say now. Tell me what you say, come again.
Yeah,
Broadway. If you
Broadway.
cannot stay down, then you do not have to pretend like there is no way out. I should've never let you in, 'cause you got me face down. Don't take this personal. Just the words, you know what you've done to me. And although it hurts, I know.
Yeah, Broadway.
So check this out, man. You know, I remember when I was trying to get on, man, it was different ways of coming up. You know what I'm saying? It was different ways of coming up. I had a lot of ways of just trying to float and stay alive.
Right.
Most important thing was to me, when I was trying to come up and just try to get on in the music business, were I got to keep my damn cell phone on. And I got to look presentable and keep it cut.
Yep.
So I pose to you guys to ask, what was your come up?
Man.
And the reason why I'm talking about this is because everybody have their own come up.
Right.
So you can't judge anybody for their come up.
Right.
But what was your come up, or what's some come up stories that you guys, you know what I'm saying, may know
Oh,
about?
man. Broadway, where you at with it?
Damn, man.
Got one on
I'm
back?
still in the process of coming up.
Facts.
You know, I remember getting my first big check. It was like 10,000 from Beats by Dre.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I had to DJ an event for 3 days straight. And I did the worst thing. So when we go back to money management, so I did the absolute worst thing with that first check, man.
Yeah.
You know? I ain't all the way stupid. I rented a condo. You smell me?
Oh,
On
man.
Lakeshore Drive.
With that check.
So I took
You
it
said
down.
on Rodeo Drive? When you got that check, you should have known Rodeo Drive was going to evaporate in 60 days.
I had no clue.
Right.
I just wanted to get a fly crib, and I always wanted to live on
Man.
Lakeshore and the Gold Coast.
Oh, you said Lakeshore
Chicago.
Drive. I
Yeah,
thought you said
Lakeshore,
Rodeo. Okay, my
This is when I
correction.
was living in Chicago, right? So I got the crib, right? It had an elevator, that joint that came up to it, right? So I had 8 bands left, and I went to go see my man V-Dot at Success. I bought some Jordans, and then my man his wife told him he had to sell all his sneakers that was in the garage. So what he had was original Jordan 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. I think I gave him about $7,000.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
I got a U-Haul and put all them sneakers in I just had a bed, a flat screen, and a closet full of heat. I ain't had nothing in the refrigerator, no dishwasher, liquid, none of that. But it was 8 bands, and it was crazy when I went to the bank, because they never took me to the back. See, going to the back is different. You know what I'm saying? When you're going to take big cash withdrawals,
Right, right.
you can't take that from the front. So they take me to the back, pull it out, and look, a kid from the hood, I got 10 bands in my hand, man. You know what that felt like? It felt like 100,000.
Yeah.
And yo, I didn't know, I was sweating. I didn't know I was trying to spend it fast.
Right.
And look, I had a little girlfriend, moved her in. I had in-house box, Jordans.
He said in-house box.
DJing in the clubs, and I'm like, I'm
You
doing
on,
it
you
right
good,
now.
yeah.
I'm up.
Yeah.
And then I got kicked out the gym like 10 months later, because I stopped doing my job DJing. I started partying way too much, man, you know. And she left.
Of course.
Definitely. That was the first thing to go. And then I'm gonna tell you another crazy story about the come up. I had to sell every pair of sneakers to move to my next crib. So I moved into my next crib, no sneakers.
But it was almost a smart investment because at least that money got you to the other crib.
Equity, no
yeah.
But I don't own I don't have nothing from that. A lot of originals, man. I got joints. You know what I'm saying? I can show you pictures of the closet. I don't own one pair of those sneakers.
Damn, $7 racks. That's a lot.
Not one pair.
That's a come up story for real right there, man.
That's called a loss.
Yeah,
That's called an L.
But he came up from the loss. He came up from it. Don't spend $7 racks on shoes, guys. If you can't, if you ain't me. Oh man, my first come up was my first placement as a music producer, 2013. It was through Republic. I think that check was $3,000. It was a remix. We kind of tried to fight for that because, you know, the royalty situation with remix songs, man. But at the end of the day, we split the $1,500. I bought a bottle at the intersection that weekend.
Wait. You got $1,500 and you bought a bottle with $1,500?
Yep.
Wait.
Yeah, I was in the army. I was in the army.
How much was the bottle?
The bottle was $300. It was slight. It was in Texas. It was Texas. So the cost of living so different. Yeah, it was slight. It was slight. But I bought a bottle that when I got the check.
And left you with $1,200.
Yep. And then I probably bought clothes and shoes.
Wow, you was broke.
I was 23 at the time. Yeah. So when I got that check, I blew it. I had my military check coming in the 1st and the 15th too. So I was getting that residually. I was good. So that came. That was play money. Yeah, that was my. But I also thought from that moment I was gonna get nominated. I was about to do all this crap. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. Wow. And that was an eye-opening experience. Like, damn. It takes one joint, but even if you get one joint and you think you won't, you got to work, man. You got to constantly work and pivot, man. That was just.
That's real tough.
It was a little heartbreaking.
Right. The only way to do it.
Yeah, dang. But it was a come up. I mean, I got my first placement, but it was rough.
Was that your first bottle in the club?
No. When I came home from Afghanistan, oh my God, I had racks. I had money saved, so it was wild then.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, yes sir. All soldiers do, man. All the soldiers, because you living for free, you don't pay rent.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
My checks was going, man. But child support was rough too, so that came out before I even saw the check.
Come get paid first.
That's crazy, man.
I know you got some joints, man. You've been all over the spectrum, man.
I'm gonna talk about the come up that matters.
Okay.
My first come up is when I met my partner Coast. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Thought you never asked. So I was living out my van. I was rebellious to go home and abide by my parents' rules. So I said, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just figure it out. So, as you get older, you pick and choose shit that you really don't have to do because you're full of ego and pride. So my ego say I'm not going home. And my pride said, fuck that. So I was living out of a van, man. And from there, I was coming to the studio. And I'm from the south side, Coast from the west side. So I met a lot of different cats from the west side. My man Lou, shout out to him, man. He had a studio, man, called Boiler Room. And that's where we all used to congregate at, right. To ideas, just fellowship, whatever we do as guys, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So I literally used to be in my van, and from the van, stayed in the studio as long as I can. So I sleep in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't had no damn heat in the studio, none of that shit. So I sleep under the studio boards for the heat, you know what I mean?
Good.
Because you got
Chicago
board.
cold.
He had the big board in there, you know what I'm saying? So I sleep under the board for the heat, you know what I'm saying? And then I do what we call a hoe bath, you know what I'm saying? And a hoe bath is you just got the sink, water, and some soap in the rag.
Yeah.
So I rotate. So my clothes is in, you know what I'm saying, the van, and that's what it is, right? So I meet Coast, you know what I'm saying, prior to that. Shout out to our homeboy Kevin Shines, just because, I had an independent label situation I was running, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
From a local cat that was into different festivities, and I'll leave it like that.
Gotcha.
And he had this artist, and I was working on a project, and Coast came in, he was producing, and we got cool off of that, and we was like, yo, man, let's form a little team called the Interns. But before we even really got to the Interns, we were just vibing.
Right.
And I came on their side of town and used to do that. So my come up was him embracing me as his brother. His mother passed away from cancer, left him with shitload of money, cars, and everything like that. And you know, for somebody to embrace you and say, come into my home, a total stranger, that he has to tell his whole family, and they say, who in the hell is this guy?
Right.
You bring it to your mother home
right.
that left you know what I'm saying,
right.
all this. Why would you bring him in instead of your family? He wouldn't even move his family in because for whatever reasons that, you know what I'm saying, that he had. So I'm a total stranger, moves me in, and we formed something called the Internz. And when we formed this thing called the Internz, you know what I'm saying, I was the engine that gave him the energy to say, yo, man, we can do this. He was still in school doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Graduated from school because I said, yo, man, your mom wanted you to graduate. Stay there.
Fire.
So push him, gave him the confidence,
Support,
you know what I'm saying, from that. And then, you know what I'm saying, even from him doing that and to actually to be able to form a company called the Internz that have just been 8-time Grammy nominated, sold over like 50, 60 million records.
Yeah.
Been able to, you know what I'm saying, have records at the time, you know what I'm saying, to shock the culture and stuff like that. Bro, that's big.
Major.
And I call that a come up.
Facts.
And the come up ain't me getting in the music business. It's always something before that actual come up. That's a story in itself.
Right.
But that ain't the glorification of that story. The glorification in that story has a beginning before that.
Right.
And that beginning is the story with him.
That's
you know
dope.
What I mean?
That's deep.
So that was my come up, man.
Man, I like how you looked at it though. I like how you looked at it.
I mean, but that's the real. You gotta
right.
You gotta really know your truths.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we miss our truths because we get caught in the glorification of the lights and everything that's going on.
Preach. We going to church.
Or who you are, who you have become at the current moment. And this current moment wouldn't happen because of a lot of different things.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people like miss that and they won't even like really forget giving people, you know what I'm saying, they credit. But credit is super important of acknowledgement.
Recognition.
And you got to acknowledge the fact if somebody helped you get in a certain area. And I think people totally forget that. So no matter how big you get. So even if you ain't working with that person no more, even if you're not having that person internally in your circle, whatever your current events or whatever that you have going on, that acknowledgement of whatever the situation was at the time, if you're in your truths with your story, you have to say that.
Right.
Because everybody has a beginning, man.
True.
People wouldn't listen to our music and records or whatever like that. It wasn't like that. People ain't always say, hey, man, I want to listen to some advice that Tuo says. You know
right.
Nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I'm saying, proper preparation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, to grow into that, man. I ain't trying to make this a ongoing thing. I see Broadway maybe going to sleep a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
I get you though.
But you know, I think that's something super important, man. I think people out there could, you know, relate to that. And two, man, this may be somebody's situation right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying, where it's just like, man, just be patient enough, you know what I'm saying? Cause something that I just got from that right now with me saying is just like, just be patient enough to actually hold fast to see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And you never know who you're gonna meet in your travels. But if you patient enough and if you believe, things could definitely turn itself around, man.
Man, that right. I'm listening to this after today just so I can keep that in my own head. You know what I'm saying? Being patient and seeing it through. Yeah, because that's important. A lot of people will give up when things get hard and things get rough. That's what we're taught to do. We're taught to block ourselves in, escape, right? It's the fight or flight. But the ones who are consistent, the ones who never quit, never give up, you're going to see some level of success because everyone else starts to quit around you. Right. I'm sure some of the people you started with, they're no longer here. I know some of the people I started with that are no longer here. They left LA because they couldn't even afford the cost of living. Just more things. Guys I went to school with in jail for life. You know what I'm saying? Middle school. I got friends from middle school in jail for life now that, you know, we used to cut grass together. So being consistent, not quitting, being patient, man, because I'm not always patient. Yeah. I'm working on it all the time, but there's a lot of times I want it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like waiting. You know, I feel like in the military, they make you wait all the time, man. They make you wake up at 0300, 3 in the morning to do a 9-mile road march at 5. Why am I here at 3? I could be here at 4:30, 4. 9 miles? Yeah, well, you get it. That's small. The large one like 12 or something. But patience, man, that's a great key. Patience. And how do you feel that the relationship that you and Coach built, how do you feel that from that moment to now, how does that affect moving forward with you? You know You know, you look forward to building the relationships. You like, I know you, when we out, like when we was at the LA Film School for the panel you did,
right.
You look forward to being able to talk to people.
Right, for sure.
Where does that come? Because not a lot of people who's done things you are, they're not like that all the time.
Well, you got to understand, man, it's like your dream is your dream.
Right.
I can't control your dream. I can't control your destiny. So at the end of the day, man, you got to fulfill your own purpose, whichever way God may take you through that journey.
Right.
So at the end of the day, man, the way I look at it is I never know who I may touch with just saying something or doing something. Right. You know what I'm saying? That may have an impact on their life. And that same person I touch can be the co-chairman of Atlantic Records or Universal Records and be like,
yeah,
Tuo, what's up, man? Like, whoa, what's crazy? And guess what? I was before him doing something, but this person could be like, yo, man, I got something for you.
All right.
Here you go. I may not want a job. I may not want the envelope he gonna give me. I may not want anything. But my impact may have been such an influence on him or her that it carried them to go through whatever they needed to get, you know what I'm saying, to their destination. Right. And that's super important, man.
Yeah.
So I remember that because I know people in my travels that have been like, yo, I had to double back and be like, you know what? I wasn't sharp enough. My mind wasn't sharp enough. I wasn't in the right area to understand what you was trying to give me. You know what I'm saying? And you was giving me something that I didn't receive at the time that I couldn't understand because my mind wasn't there. The growth wasn't there. Right. I could only look around. I could only look down one-way street instead of a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be in a intersection where it's four ways going on. North, south, east, west. You got traffic going. Right. You know what I'm saying? You really got to pay attention, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be sharp. So I had to grow to that.
Facts.
Because I started off in the alley.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
And then the alley went to a one-way street. And then the one-way street, you know what I'm saying, detoured to, you know what I'm saying, just something that I can actually, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to and know what's going on. And a lot of people don't understand that, bro. Right. So for me, that's everything. Man. So to give my time and energy, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for service, nothing else.
Perfect. I hear that. He just laid the roadmap of success. He said the alley led to the one way. That was dope. The alley led to, and then to the intersection where it's a lot moving. Hey.
I hope somebody writing this.
That's crazy. Yeah, we about to. Hey, look, y'all. I think I'm at my one way now. I ain't get to the intersection yet, man. I'm on the one way. I'm focused though. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful, man. That's it.
The way my life is, I'm on a freeway. I'm on a freeway. This is going both ways. They got a damn tunnel to wrap around one side of the exit, the other side of the exit.
Right.
A lot going
What's
on,
going on?
Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot going on in life, man. But, you know, you learn.
Right. So then, what should the viewers, I mean, the listeners and the viewers, what should they look for, man? What should they look forward to for the next one?
It's unscripted.
Big
it's crazy,
dog.
just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Like, just the questions and
conversation. We're going to keep it real. Yep.
We're going to keep this very conversational. That's it. Just the jewels that, you know what I'm saying, the people get is unscripted. You know, I'm not looking on a piece of paper trying to express myself or try to go off what it is. You know, a lot of shit may not really make sense. Some shit may make sense, you know, and that's just what it is. And we just gonna keep it like that, man. It's just like, if you love hip hop, you know hip hop is raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? There's different variations of hip hop. It's commercial, it's underground, it's battle, you know what I'm saying? It's bibbity bop.
It's all flavors.
It's just different flavors.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we go give them, man. This unscripted show, we go give them the different flavors, man. But at the end of the day, the objective is to actually totally motivate people to be the best that they can be and take some insight from what we give. Yeah, we may be on here and bullshitting, talking some stuff, but at the end of the bullshit is always a message.
We're dropping nuggets. We're dropping them knowledge nuggets. Yes, sir.
What about yourself? How you feel?
Man, first episode, you know, the first time doing something, you always get that good nervous energy. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the ball rolling. I've been looking forward to this since we started the first visual aspect of Unscripted. Right. Well, that had its own natural flow. Right. So I know what we gonna give them is our own personal insights, stories. It's gonna be real, straight from the heart, and it's raw. Like, there's no other way you could put that. It's not your typical show. Don't come here for the typical format, because we're gonna stay away from that. We're gonna bring you in. We're going to wow you. It's going to be real raw and unscripted, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man.
It's what I love.
Make sure y'all download the Dash Radio app. Go follow us on Instagram, YouTube. Unscripted Show, Unscripted Show, Instagram, YouTube, Unscripted Show, not The Unscripted Show, because someone else had that, but it's Unscripted Show on YouTube. We're going to have all the content, man, and this how we doing it, baby.
Broadway, exiting remarks.
Oh, man.
Vicky, boom, 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 boom.
DJ Broadway.
Oh, yeah, man. And at the end of these segments, when we have our guests, man, it's definitely you got to freestyle. Everybody got to freestyle.
It's about to go down.
You know what I'm saying? When we going out, everybody got to freestyle, so you make it a beatbox session.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, Broadway, you got to exit it out. Boom, 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 boom.
On the freestyle. I don't know what we gonna do with the freestyle. I ain't did a whole lot on the freestyle. But it's cool. I'm chilling, he chilling. Everybody just chilling. I can't freestyle. Why you asking me?
Wiki, whack. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
A plus for effort, man. He get an A plus for effort. I don't care if he that said. I don't care if he said DREAM, Los Angeles, Hollywood. I mean, he could have given me something. It's all good. Put him on the
DJ,
spot.
man. Yes, sir.
Put him on the spot. But hey, appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tuo Clark.
Steve Terrell, official Steve Terrell.
And this is the Unscripted Show, man. It only gets better as we go.
You already know. We out.
Yeah.